I found another recipe for an English muffin. I've tried an English muffin recipe before. It wasn't really English muffiny-ish. Yeah. So I'm gonna try a different one. This one is from Maria Emmerich. It's I think her like restaurant favorites cookbook, I want to say is what it's from. I am cutting the recipe in half because I only want to make one and it will make two. And then it's also actually a recipe for like a whole sandwich. So you're supposed to make an egg and sausage and kind of put it together like a breakfast sandwich. But I just want the English muffin. I have my ramekin that I greased with some avocado oil. I'm actually going to make this in my air fryer. The instructions say to bake it in your oven, but I don't want to heat up my whole oven for this. So I am preheating my air fryer, and I am going to add to my mixing bowl 1 tablespoon of coconut flour. The original recipe calls for a half cup of pork dust or 2 tablespoons of coconut flour. I'm opting to use the coconut flour. Oh, I've got to melt this butter too. So I need a half tablespoon of butter. I will get that in my microwave for, I don't know, like 10 seconds to melt. Okay, I have my melted butter. Okay, and then I need a 1/4 teaspoon of salt and 1 tablespoon of milk. So the original recipe calls for cashew milk, or like you could use hemp milk. I have uh, almond milk, so that's what I'm using. And then I need 1 egg. And I'll get these mixed together before I add in my baking powder. All right, ready for my half teaspoon of baking powder. Whoa, I'm kind of all over the place. I'm not sure about this. Like, it seems kind of clumpy. Like the butter has firmed up or something. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, I'll just get it into my ramekin. The original recipe says to bake it at 400 for 12 to 15 minutes. Because I'm cooking it in my air fryer, I am only going to bake it at 350 because the air fryer tends to be a little warmer. And we'll see how long it takes. Here is my English muffin. It did take about 15 minutes. I used a toothpick to test for doneness. It smells like browned egg, so I think it's just going to taste eggy, but I'll see. I'm supposed to allow it to cool completely before I eat it, so I'll be back later. It is the next day. It's 5:12 of 26. I am here with a video of what I eat in a day on my keto journey. If you're new here, my name is Christy. I changed my diet to a high protein, moderate fat, low carb diet in April of 2024. All right, so I have my English muffin. I did just kind of toast it a little bit in a dry pan on my stove. Let's see what it tastes like. It tastes like egg. Like I'm just eating an egg. Um, it's not bad. I'm gonna try putting a little bit of this smash um, fruit spread on it, which isn't like super low carb. It's got, let's see, in 1 tablespoon, it has 5 carbs. So, like if you were to have 2 tablespoons, that's 10 carbs right there. Excuse me. But I'm not going to have a lot, probably just 1 tablespoon. And I just want to try it on here and see if it kind of like covers up that egg flavor a bit. So it is more of like a bread product a little bit, but yeah, it still just tastes like egg. This is not a English muffin that I will be making again. I'm gonna have my coffee also here this morning, which I will make with 1 cup of Fairlife whole milk, a half serving of whey isolate protein powder, and a half serving of casein protein powder. And then I will have my donut, which is from Conscious Comforts, a local bakery in my area that makes gluten-free, sugar-free donuts. It is 12:30 and I am ready for my lunch. So I have a ribeye. It's an 8-ounce ribeye. And then I have a yogurt bowl. So this is made with Okios Pro Greek yogurt, 25 grams of protein in it. I did add a tablespoon of chia seeds and then I topped it with some sauteed blueberries. It is 3:30. I just got back from the gym. I did heavy core. It was a really, really hard workout. Um, and I'm not particularly hungry. I have to leave here in a little bit, take my son to hockey, and then I have to run the kids around some more. This evening, my plan was to just kind of eat something that my daughter's going to make while I'm gone um, when I get back from hockey. But my workout was really hard. I want to get some protein in kind of right away. So I have just heated up some of this diced chicken breast from Tyson in a serving, and I'm going to have two. There's 120 calories with 2.5 grams of fat, 2 carbs with no fiber, and 22 grams of protein. So that'll be great to get some protein in me because it was a hard workout. I did try a bite of the egg bake that my daughter made, but that was it. I really just wasn't hungry, so I didn't have anything else today. For my workouts, I yesterday did legs and I really worked my lower back um, with what I was doing. And so today, like my lower back, like it feels like it's sore. I don't feel like I strained it at all, but just it's sore, like it was overworked. And so I didn't do as much today as like I normally would. So in the morning, I did 30 minutes of rowing, and the reason I chose rowing was because I knew it would kind of like stretch my back and everything out. So that's why I did that. And then I did heavy core work, but I was careful with the work that I was doing to make sure that I wasn't doing like anything really with my lower back. I did do a plank, a weighted plank with 55 pounds. Um, but that didn't really strain my lower back. I felt like I could do that, but I didn't do like the weighted decline sit-ups, which I know will sometimes like it'll engage my lower back and I could maybe hurt myself. So like that I didn't do. So I just kind of adjusted what I did to make sure that I was kind of protecting my lower back a bit. And then I did an hour on the stair stepper. I did walk a little bit at my son's hockey game, but not as fast and not as much as like I normally do. My body is sore from all of the work that I've been doing. I did do Pilates though, so that's great to get that stretching in. Maybe I'll see you tomorrow.